Hello, hello. Hi, Ed. Hi, Abby. If you're still here, there's one person waiting, 0 people watching, so it might just be me who's if you're still here. Let's mute that one. I have myself on 2 places now. I'm just going to pop out the chat here. So I don't have a lesson planned today. I thought today might just be for answering your questions and maybe helping you out. If you needed help with a particular project that you were struggling with. So, yeah, that's my plan for today. And yeah, I'd also like to get some input on some future lessons. Like what, I know I ask this all the time, but what are you struggling with when it comes to your social media or your computer or just technology wise? I mean, I don't know everything about technology, and I don't think anybody does, but I know stuff. I know some stuff, and if I know the answer, I'm happy to share that information with anybody who should care to ask. I'm here by myself, So at least the background in my picture is nice now. I took this the other day out from the backyard where this is where I sit. I sit actually facing that background. So that's kind of lovely. The chair, not so much. I should have put I have a portable green screen I could have put on that and hidden the chair too, but oh well. So if anyone's here, how are you today? It says there's one person here. Oh, look, Gail. Hi, Gail. Hi, Joe. How are you? Good to see you. How are you doing? So today's lesson is going to be led by you guys. So I'm hoping that somebody is coming in with a technology question or some kind of a question. I guess it doesn't have to be technology related. I'll answer questions. It is a beautiful day here in my neighborhood. Uh-oh. I got chickens falling out of the window. You can see how bright it is out there, though. I'm not used to not having a subject to talk to or somebody up here to talk to. So maybe I should drop this link down. See what happens. Does anyone have a question today? A technology question? What is the best camera to use for YouTube with editing features? You mean the camera itself that has editing features? That is a really good question. Fortunately, I don't know. I do all of my editing on the computer. Even like I use these 2 things for filming with. I have this is a Galaxy S7, I think, and a GoPro. And I love my GoPro. It's super fabulous. It has lots of different attachments. This is the one that I put on my head and wear around too, which is super handy. And then this one's actually charging right now, but it's hooked up to my computer, and I just pull the files off of here and put them into my computer, and then I access them with my software that I have on my computer. Do I have a good pro? Hi, Chris. Thanks for popping in to say hi. Have fun working in the yard. I have a GoPro. It's a GoPro 7, the black 7. So it's not the newest one. Can I download from GoPro? I have never tried to download anything from GoPro and didn't actually know that that was a thing. Oh, I can download from my GoPro to my computer. Yes. Yes, I actually have taken off the little cover here that exposes. I've got those two ports there in the side. One of them is for a sound adapter that you have to have if you want to use an external microphone with this particular GoPro. And the other one hooks to a USB cable for charging or for downloading to my computer. I hear you, Chris. I do that a lot, hang out at lives, but I'm just listening and in another room doing who knows what. Who knows what I am doing. Could be doing anything. Is the GoPro just for videos? No, you can actually take pictures with it, and it does have a, I think it's called a multi-burst function. Let me just see. I usually just use it for video, but it also has photo, or it has a time lapse. Photo. Yeah, it'll take a time lapse picture as well. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mostly use it for video because and then I just use my phone if I want to take a picture because I don't know why. I just do. There's no reason. Does the GoPro have effects? I don't think so. I've not seen any effects, but like I said, it does actually. There is an app for the GoPro that I have downloaded to my phone, and supposedly it will let me go live from my GoPro. Hi, Stephen. So I think in there it might have effects. Now, I haven't fully activated mine with my app yet. I haven't set up an account, so I don't know if it's a free account or if it's a paid account or what it is. I'm sure there's probably both, where there's a free version and a paid for version, just like everything else, right? Aw, thanks, Robert. Yeah, and I got my GoPro. I got the 7 because even I think they're up to a 9 now or something. But the 7 was so much less expensive than the next version up, and the newer version, of course, was even more than that. So that's why I went with the 7. What I like about this is it's waterproof. I've got the little panel taken out of there right now, exposing my 2 ports because I use them all the time, and I'm not usually where I need to be waterproof. But I can put that cover back on, and then the whole unit becomes waterproof. I actually have a floating like tripod kind of thing attachment that lets me use it in the water if I was out boating or something. So I might actually go kayaking this year and try it out. We'll see. It was kind of a pain taking the cover off, so I'm going to assume that it's going to be a bit of a pain putting it back on the first time as well. But I just went and found a video online that showed me how to take it out, and I'm sure I can find one that'll show me how to put it back in. So yeah, it's wonderful. I really like it. It's so small. It's easy to take. It's durable, especially with this frame on it. Like, this is a frame that comes with it. But let me just pop out the camera. Gorilla Glue. Yeah, see, so that's the little camera, right? And it'll flip in and out of. I've got a couple of, look at all my fingerprints on the back. Dirty, dirty. But anyway, yeah, it's just a little tiny. I am still working, Gail. I work pretty much every day. At the very least, I have to check in to make sure that the things that I have pre-scheduled are going out on time for my clients. But I still only have, I just have the 2 clients, and the one of them is a travel agent. So there's not a whole lot going on with her right now. Yeah, it's a pretty handy little tripod. It even says he likes my tripod. And it'll stand up a little bit, but it's handy because I can take it out and I can be talking to it 1 minute, and then I can flip it down and set it down on the ground or whatever, or wherever I am, and just leave it sitting there on its little tripod, and it does its thing. It also I have a bunch of different stands for it. Some that came with it, and then I bought a kit that came with it of different attachments and stuff. So I got attachments in Mom's car. I've got a place where I can put it where we can look out towards everything. And then in our car, I have a mount where it would be looking towards Dave and I. And then I have, of course, the headset mount and a couple of different clip mounts. And so, yeah, it's pretty handy. What's this? Never ever try to go live against Jared Crocker. Who is Jared Crocker? Hi, Abby. Hi, Ed. So we're just doing a Q&A here today. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Yeah, I don't know who Jared Crocker is. Is he on live right now? Chris says he put a brick on his tripod and now it's a weighted tripod. Just what everyone needs. Well, I did drop that link down there. I probably still have it on my clipboard. Felt like the ugly stepsister. You would never be the ugly stepsister, Gail. You will always be the beautiful stepsister. Live against Jared Crocker. I don't know. I go to a couple of lives that I don't even try to keep up with the chat in them. I'll go in and I'll say hello, and I'll look to see if there's anyone I know in there, and I'll say hello to them, and then I usually pop it up to full screen and just kind of hide the chat because it's moving so fast that I can't keep up. Yeah, that I've had that too, where I sat and I was live and nobody came. It was sad. At least there was a reason though, Gail, so you know that it wasn't just you, right? Hi, Britton Farms. Welcome, welcome. It's a beautiful day. So who is this person? Where was the name again? Jared Crocker. Who is that? You should have sent me a message. I would have tried to come. Although, of course, I don't always get my messages. Yeah, Chris says if it makes you feel any better, Gail, he wasn't there because he was probably outside working. He's not even subbed to the Crockers. Neither am I. And I still don't know who they are. So I guess I'm behind the times, which is nothing unusual, I guess. Oh my gosh, Aussie Kitchen. 6 a.m. Good morning, my friend. So nice to see you. Yeah, I still don't know who they are. I'm assuming they're like a homesteading or something like that. Hi, Mackenzie. Nice to see you. My Alabama farm life. One of the there are YouTube famous Crockers? Who knew? Good afternoon. Yeah, I don't watch any Crockers, I don't think. Unless if they're not in the Shed Wars community, I probably don't watch a lot of their videos because I barely have time to keep up with the videos from Shed Wars, let alone other videos. So, yeah, there's that. Kathleen, my Alabama farm life. I'm bad with names, guys. Unless your name is in your channel. And Joe, I remember. Gail is wonderful with names, but she's apparently not going to come up here with me today to tell me who they are. Oh, she's subbed them since they were sponsoring the YouTube meetup. Gotcha. Yeah. It's hard enough to remember the people's channels by their channel names, let alone trying to remember their names. Heritage Heart, hi there. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with just the Shed Wars videos. I try. And there's some people that I try to watch every video that comes out, but oh my gosh, like even that gets crazy. Gail, Stephen wants to know how the YouTube gathering was. It looked like it was a lot of fun, but I don't like those kinds of crowds anymore. Good to see you too, Heritage. So it's Q&A day today, so if you have a question, go ahead and pop it in there and I will try to answer it. I saw that on, I'm not sure if it was one of your videos or one of Ed's videos, Gail, but I saw you guys both there. Gail says it was a lot of fun, Stephen. It looked like a lot of fun from a distance. There's a lot of people there, like a lot of people there. I'm one of those people that doesn't do well in crowds. Like that's why I was always the bartender, because I was the one behind the bar and I didn't mind like hosting the party and having everybody there and stuff when they were away. But oh my gosh, I did not like to be out in the crowd. do find it's easiest if you can watch. Yeah, it's hard because you fall behind, and then you watch one and they reference another one, and oh my gosh, it's crazy. Projects aren't going to end anytime soon. When is my birthday, Gail? My birthday is June 19th, which is a Saturday this year, and I'm going to have my Saturday live marathon that day. Hi, Saraya. My favorite color is purple. Gail, do you have? She has several different clips here and there. Let's see, favorite color. Where was I born? I was born in Alberta, Canada, in a little tiny town that nobody's ever heard of. Let's see, how many children do I have? I do not have any children. None at all. Uh-oh, I need to know how to get my logo centered. It's off the actual center. It's too big. It's off center, and the letters are not right. You're talking about the logo that you have here now. Now, do you have a layered file of that logo, or is it just a flat file? Like, do you have the original? It was going to be Stephen, but then I looked and realized that my birthday was on a Saturday. You would have never guessed my favorite color. Yeah, it's hard to tell, right? What is my favorite food? Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. Anything I don't have to cook. How's that? Yeah, definitely a Canadian. Born and raised in Alberta. I wasn't raised in the town I was born in. I grew up in Calgary. I'm watching for your answer, Heritage Heart, as to whether you have the layered file or just a flattened file of your logo. If you have the original working file or not. I've never been to Texas. Yeah, I feel like that a lot, Mackenzie. I don't want to cook tonight, but I have to. You have the flat image. Oh, that makes it much more difficult to make any changes to. You can do layers. You just have to learn how. Photopea has layers. You base it, well, how big is the file that you have, the flat file that you have? And who has the original file? Yeah, I've just learned how to can my Aussie garden and kitchen. I just canned my first stuff last year, but I have done like some spaghetti sauce, so that makes some things easier. Here you go, getting all techy. Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, you could, one thing that you could do is you could like select all of the pieces off of the logo. Aw, thanks, Ed. I hope people liked it. Hi, Bushcraft. That figures, Chris. As soon as you decided to work, Milo decided it was time to eat. You can email it to me and I can have a look at it if you would like, Heritage Chart. I actually have There's my email address. But it is much more difficult to fix it when it's not layered, because you need to be able to move those layers around. But you can like, maybe I can use it as a lesson 1 week. Like, I can pull up your logo and play with it and show you some of the things that can be done with it, and then I can send it back to you. So if you send it to me, it's a good place to start, and then maybe we'll do that for well, you won't be a bother. You'll actually give me a class, a Techy Tuesday topic. So, how to fix a flat file. Yes, Britain Farms, I am using StreamYard. And you go under, when you're in StreamYard, you just go under banners. You have over on the very right-hand side, you have comments and banners and branding and private chat and those kind of things, but go under banners, and you can do ticker banners, which are the ones that are underneath, or you can do banners that are like this. And it's just under banners. I don't know if they have a limit on the free version, how many you can have, but I know I had like 4 or 5 before I upgraded my version, and I never got anything that told me that I couldn't. And then you can just turn them off by clicking another one or by just turning it off. Permanent, that'll fix it. How do I fix a flat tire? I call someone. Yes, I will, Gail. Yeah, you can go into the studio anytime. Like, if you preset your live, you can go into the studio and set that up before the live. Just don't hit that go live and hit leave studio, not end broadcast or anything. And you can set all that stuff up ahead of time. I've heard that, Soraya. I listen to it, and honestly, I find it a little annoying. So, yeah, that's me, Roadside Assist. Yeah, we have BCAA, actually, which is basically the same thing as AAA, but in BC. Yeah, and you can have five guests for free, which is plenty, actually. Like, I don't know that I can have more guests now, but I don't think I ever will have that many at one time. Thanks, Chris. Take care. Hi, Milo. Yeah, there you go. Fix a flat by tilting my head. Oh, yeah. Too funny. It's the best way. Anyway, any other questions? Does anybody want to pop up and I don't know. So next week, if Heritage Heart sends me the logo, that's going to be our lesson for next week. Is going to be how to fix a flat file, or we'll play with it a little bit and see what we can do with it. And that'll be fun. I don't know what to say. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Have AAA for decades. They come in handy when the car battery dies. Yeah. They definitely come in handy. Or if you like lock your keys in the car, which I have been known to do. I have been known to do. When I get a reply in a video and I answer it, sometimes there is a canned response and sometimes not. Why is that? I don't know. I have wondered that myself, Soraya, and I've tried to track it to find out, like, is it specific people that don't have the canned response, or I don't know. I wish I did know, but it doesn't. Like, sometimes it'll be somebody who's had, like, somebody will even have like multiple comments on one video, and some of their comments will have an auto response that I can do for it, and others won't. I have no idea what their rhyme and reason is for that. That's how you change oil and do all that manly stuff. It's random, Bushcraft says. That would probably be the best answer I could think of, too. It's nap time, but you can't nap. Oh, that's a thought. That could be. What do you think, Bushcraft? Could it be that they're not watching long enough? How is the garden going? The garden is doing very well. Very well. I'm actually already harvesting tomatoes from my inside plant. Important question for you personally. How do you pronounce .gif? It's a GIF. It's not a GIF. It's a GIF. It's a graphical interface something format. Graphical interface format or something. GIF. GIF for graphical. I did know that. Yeah, one of the unknown mysterious ways of YouTube, for sure. I know, that little bush tomato. I am really impressed with that. I've never grown those before, but they're really tiny, and with my lights inside, I could grow those all year round indoors. Ah. Bushcraft says they want you to post your own reply, and the others are there to give you an idea on what to reply. Well, isn't that nice? Hi, Robert. Nice to see you. Come on in. We're hanging out. We're asking techie questions and some not so techie questions, and I'm trying to answer them as best I can. Yeah, napping. What's napping? I don't get to nap until about 10 o'clock at night, and then it's in my easy chair in the living room. Then I nap. Yeah, sometimes their suggestions are not very good ones. Some of them are downright not good, in fact. But sometimes they can be added to as a start, I find. And TubeBuddy lets you set up, if you have TubeBuddy, you can set up one auto reply of your own. And then if you actually upgrade it, you can, sorry, I have to say show on that. All right, Soraya, I'll see you soon. Thanks for popping in. I've got two chats open because the YouTube is faster. And I can catch things that that I might not otherwise. Do your thumbnails look better? I don't know. Let me go look. Let's have a look at. You guys aren't seeing my screen, are you? I won't be long. Videos. Some of them are. Your YouTube meetup one is very good. The Who Did We Meet in Oklahoma City is a little bit hard to read with that green against the white there. I like the Cowboy Museum. YouTube meetup with clogging. Interesting. Wow, you have put a lot of videos out in the last couple of days, Gail. Anyway, back to here where you guys can see me. I saw the logo you did for Ed's Crazy Homestead. I used Photopea for that, actually, and I did a Photopea lesson on it. If you look back at some of my Techy Tuesdays, there's a how to make a logo lesson that I did, and I did Ed's logo for that lesson. But yeah, it's Photopea, PHOTOPEA.com. And it's a computer app. You don't have to download anything. It's very similar to Photoshop from what I'm finding, and it's free. So yeah, it's pretty wonderful. It's the one that I found, the free one that I found that's most like Photoshop thus far. I've tried a few of the other ones, like I tried GIMP and I tried a couple other free photo editing programs, but Photopea it's a nice one. It's very good. I'm sorry, Heritage Art. But, you know, I'd be happy to do a one-on-one with you as well, if you'd like to. Yeah, that is, I agree, Heritage Art. When you find a new channel, it's almost impossible to find it. Up until they get 100 subscribers, it's difficult to find them. No dying of starvation. Da, 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 da. Follow that. Was it me that you couldn't follow, or was I going too fast or jumping around too? Oh, okay. You suck at those programs. Yeah, they take some getting used to for sure. You use Coreldraw for logos. Yeah, I've never become familiar with Coreldraw. I've used Photoshop for years and years and years, and that's probably because way back when I was going to university, that's the one that I was taught, and then that's the one that I used for years working. Now I just use it. But somebody, I was in a live feed at Lala Farms, and they mentioned this Photopea, and I thought I'd check it out, and then I started doing these Techy Tuesdays on them to kind of see the differences between them, because I'm very familiar with Photoshop. I probably work in it every day. And I've run into a couple of differences, but for the most part, it's really a nice program. She had a good time without you, Robert. And then delete. My phone only has a small. Yeah, I actually I have to transfer to my computer quite often. My phone doesn't have much. I think it has 16 gig, and then my card in my GoPro is 100 gig. But yeah, I just empty mine out every time when I just cut it from my phone and paste it into yeah, paste it into my hard drive. I have an old version of Illustrator too, but that's another one that I haven't spent a lot of time using. I'd like to learn how to use it more, because I'd like to learn how to draw, which I don't really do. But yeah. Mine's an old one. Old. CS5, I think, is what I use, which came out in, I don't know, like 2011 or something. 6 was a dog. Yeah, there's several of them that have been. Corel back in the day, and you loved it. Do they have anything that's free that's equivalent? Robert, do you know if Corel has any kind of a free equivalent? I'd love to try it out, but I can't afford to buy Corel just to try it out. What, kitten? Sorry. I have a cat crying for attention. Not sure. You paid $400 for the shop. Yeah. A lot of those design programs, Robert, don't. Like Photoshop doesn't have an online equivalent or an online version of Photoshop or a free version of Photoshop. I think you can download a trial version that lasts for like 14 days or something. And then it's boom, it locks you right out if you don't upgrade and actually buy the system. Okay, yeah, if you hear of one, I'd love to check it out. Not necessarily that Corel has one. They probably don't. They probably just have a free trial, just like everybody else does. But if maybe, I don't know if there's something similar. I don't know. Even the free trial would be a good way to try it. Bushcraft says he used Photoshop in the 90s and said it was junk and would never make it. Yeah, there you have it. Yeah, and I know Photoshop is expensive too, and now Photoshop has, like, you have to have like you have to have a subscription to it. So I'm still using an old version of CS5, which I got back in like 2011 or something, and I've just used it because I'm cheap. I don't want to buy new software. You've used Corel for the past 6 years. I think, isn't CorelDRAW more similar to Illustrator than it is Photoshop, Robert? If I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. I haven't really done anything with Corel. It'd be nice if it came with the computer, wouldn't it? Oh, the 90s. They were such good days for computers. Yeah. You get kind of spoiled though. Like I find myself, and that's because I've used some of these more intensive programs, is I can't go back and use Paint or some of the other CS6. Yeah, I have CS5. But yeah, a lot of people look at them and they're very overwhelming at first. They definitely can be until you get used to them. But once you get used to them, you can't go back. Photopea. I have a live on removing backgrounds from Photopea on Photopea. Yeah, I actually had to do it twice. The first one, I don't know, I might have deleted it because I ran into a glitch and it wouldn't work. So and then I went and tried it on my own. A lot of these lessons on the Techy Tuesday with Photopea, I've gone in there blind. Like I haven't gone in there and practiced. I've just gone in and started doing things like I would do them in Photoshop. Almost home. Yeah, it works. You can do it. You can remove the backgrounds in Photopea. Oh my goodness. Old school Mac guy. Adobe Illustrator and Quark. Yeah, I've heard horror stories about Quark. I've never used it. Macromedia Freehand. I've not used that either. Nearly 20 years ago. Yeah. I was old school. That was about when I was getting into it. Was a little over 20 years ago when I was starting to get into computers. Got out in 2004. 2004 is when I started working on my bachelor's degree. Because I had just discovered computers in the late 90s and loved them. So yeah, it was weird. Anyway, this has been fun and interesting, I think, but I'm a techie person. Oh, that's interesting. Windows 10 comes with 3D Paint, and you can remove the background pretty easy. I've never tried 3D Paint. That might be kind of cool. Robert hated computers. Had to use my first one in my senior year of high school, and it was in your architecture class. Used AutoCAD. Took 3 months to design a house. AutoCAD is hard. AutoCAD is really hard. I love Photoshop capabilities, but you love vector drawing more. Yeah, see, I'm not much of an artist. I'm great with graphics, but I don't draw well. Yeah, I think that was me too. 1995, Stephen, is when I first got into computers. 94 or 95. Still have a CD for your Adobe? I wonder if you could still install it. Or does it give you an error? Have you tried to install it? I was with Photoshop, Bridge, and Lightroom when I was a photographer, but I've forgotten so much now. It hasn't changed much. I actually can't say that. Yeah. I can't say it hasn't changed much because I haven't used the newest version. So I don't know what has changed since CS5. So, oh, it crashes. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me with it being so old. Yeah, so I don't know when you were using them, but I know I was really happy with the upgrades they did in CS5, but I haven't used anything newer than that. Can't stand having to be on the computer. Yeah, I spend all day on it for work, or at least, at least 5 or 6 hours a day on it for work. So I'm usually ready to be off it. And then I spend another couple hours on it doing YouTube videos and editing those and getting those together and stuff like that. My favorite thing is actually designing and putting together new websites. I love doing that. That's fun. I'm not so great with the keeping up with putting stuff on them all the time, but time to go finish supper. Hubby likes to eat. Yeah, mine too. Mine complains all the time if I don't cook. I think I'm about done now. We've been here almost an hour. I think we've covered most of the questions that people had. And next week we're going to play with how to fix a flat file. Really? I love that part. Setting up the website, setting up the new site, doing all that. Well, I use WordPress, so maybe that makes it a little easier. WordPress is pretty easy to use. Okay, so yeah, you've been doing it for a long time. Bushcraft says he tested Pong, if anyone knows what that is. That was an old game. Yeah, have you looked into where you're going to have the website and stuff? Yeah, WordPress. But I have a full WordPress, not through WordPress, if that makes sense. Website setup. There you go. You played Pong. I did too. We're all aging ourselves. Bye, Gail. You changed the thumbnail? I'll have to go back. Oh, I'm still on your... Oh, much better, Gail. That looks good. I hope you're still here and heard that. You didn't get out in 2000, so more like 2014 or 15 or 16. Oy vey. All right, Heritage Heart. Thanks so much for coming in. I will see you again. And we can definitely chat sometime one-on-one if you want some advice on websites and stuff like that. And don't forget to email me that logo. Can't work on it if I don't have it. I can't play with it if I don't have it. Yeah, so anyway, guys, yeah, I'm going to call it a day. And I'm going to say thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me today and asking questions and all that techie stuff. And I will see you again next week on Techy Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to finish with that note. Pong was simple and we liked it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye now.